Hello, boys and girls. How are you all doing? Thank you for congratulating me for finishing The Last of Us. Not gonna lie, wasn't an easy game. It was not easy. It was actually giving me a bit of nostalgia, reminding me how games used to be when I grew up. They're very fulfilling. I mean, you have to do you have to take a lot of attempts, but when you finally manage to do it, if you keep on it, if you stay with the game, then it does feel very fulfilling. So a lot of people, and hello Abdi, a lot of people ask me why I don't do political live streams anymore, and there's several reasons for it. Um, Obviously, I get more people watching if I do this. Sometimes the super chats are better. There's several reasons. One would be the fact that I'm doing This Week in Stupid. So there's very little that I can talk about on a political live stream. Secondly, well, my grandmother passed away, so I wasn't really in the mood. Um, and, it's also a little bit more dangerous nowadays to talk about politics, and all of these reasons put together. But I hear you. A lot of people want me to do this. I see Field of Bears in the chat. How are you going? So yeah, um, I will talk about politics every now and then a little bit more. Tomorrow is going to be Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, and today I need to also think about what game I'm going to be playing. I think I'm going to be play Detroit, the video game. So that's a fun game, and after that maybe God of War 4. Thank you, Alan Zippelman. I do try to make This Week is Stupid funny. If you enjoy it, please share it around. Would help me a lot. Anyway, went to the bank. Went to the bank yesterday. Because I'm getting married. Well, I got engaged, but I want to buy a house. Now there's two incomes in the family. Thinking about raising kids. I don't want to raise a kid in the city, to be honest. If you don't live in Romania, you don't understand the problem. There's a lot of cars, and I mean a lot and a lot of cars, and there's very few playgrounds. Hey, Antifa Romania, how's it going? Very little few playgrounds. So I'm trying, to make a bank loan and buy a house. And it was a journey to explain to the lady at the bank what I do. Like, what is my business? Because she asks me, like, what do you do? And I say, well, I upload funny videos online. And she's like, okay, so do people pay you for that? And I'm like, yeah, some people give me money for that. It's like, and it felt as if at that point, she stopped talking as if she's a member of the bank, like working, and she was like legitimately personally interested in how I make money. It's almost like if she wanted to quit the banking job she got and become a titty streamer on Twitch. Young Year released his Ghost of Tsushima review. Man, I don't wanna watch reviews before I get to play the game. Those are spoilers. I will probably buy Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know, depending if I get this bank loan or not. Because if I get the bank loan, then I need a down payment on the house. But if I don't get the bank payment, I'll probably get the Ghost of Tsushima. Do you like gold diggers? I know gold diggers fetishists. Yeah, it's actually weird. When I was a teenager, I genuinely liked gold diggers. Like, it made me happy when I bought shit for a woman, as long as if she was my girlfriend. Like, I wouldn't buy something for a woman that I wouldn't be able to perform the coochie coochie on her. But, like, I legitimately like to see, a girl smiling and be happy that I bought her shit. And the thing was that I grew up in poverty. Like, I legitimately had a long period of my life when I was dirt poor. And giving something to someone else made me happy. Every single girl that I found wasn't a gold digger. Like, literally every single girl that I have found was not a gold digger. Like, they wouldn't accept gifts. Like, they would feel bad about it. They would try to give me back the money for the shit that I bought. Like, do you understand the misery that I had to grow up with. Even my current one, like she doesn't just accept money like that. Like if I buy her some shit, she buys me something else the next day. It's like where do you find these girls that are digging for cash? Where are they? Where are they? I couldn't find them, and it's not really a simping because simping would imply that you don't have access to the girl. Like I was talking about relationships, you know, like you're actually in a relationship with the girl, like you get the cushy. So no, I think it's normal to buy things for the person you love, but I always came up with this problem that all the girls that I would go out with, they wouldn't want free shit. Not one of them, and it's not like you could convince them or anything like that. And I was like, where are they? And yeah, I understand that my haircut is a little bit problematic. Makes my head look like a living penis. But yeah. 99% are resource succubi. Oh, again, I don't think you guys understand. It's I suppose like a matter of principle here. You know, they don't want to be seen as gold diggers. Like there are gold diggers that want to gold dig and they don't want to be seen or to appear as they gold dig. But again, like I couldn't meet a single girl that wanted my money. In fact, I met this rich girl once and she was the one giving me shit. I gotta say it was the best thing ever. I seen male gold diggers too. Oh look, exactly what we're talking about. They unironically write these rich. I'm sorry, Antifa Romania. This is not politically correct. I will not read this. I will not read this leftist hate speak. And are also kind of simpy in their nature. Like they found a diamond they can milk and cannot be replaced. Yeah, I used to have a girlfriend like that. Like the only reason I was with her is because she was filthy rich. And she would buy me shit. Like, I cannot describe how good it was. No, it's really interesting. Like, imagine being a guy and you date this hot chick that's also rich and she's paying for you and like gives everything for you for free. It's magical. It's magical. I wish everyone would have it, you know? Apparently they flock to LA. Alright. Man, if I had big tits, I would be the biggest gold digger ever. Like, if you're a woman and you can have any type of guy you want, why wouldn't you go for the one you like and has cash? Like, why would you have to choose? Like, I always heard this choice. It's like, oh, you need to choose love or money. It's like, why can't you get both? Like, if you have big tits, you can literally go with every woman. You can literally go with every man that you want, so why would you have to make this choice? You know what? This is going to make it this week is stupid, but this is why I'm not. This is why I'm not making these streams anymore, because now you get spoilers for this week is stupid. But look at this, okay? A theme park. No, sorry, not a theme park. All theme parks across Japan are discouraging future visitors from screaming on roller coaster. Motherfucker, are you insane? Like, do you think I scream there for entertainment? Like, did you ever go on a roller coaster that is crazy? You know, the one where you get to see your life flashing before your eyes. The one that, when it takes the curve to the right, it feels as if it's going to push you out of the chair, right? Do you think I scream because I have nothing better to do? Like, I scream because I think I'm going to die. Yeah, I'm hyperventilating. So the scream that I make is an extension of my soul, which is leaving my body and then is coming back when the roller coaster goes back up again. Like, how do you expect people not to scream? You know, like, you should hire a person to sit in front of the roller coaster and go like, shh, 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 as if it's like the library roller coaster. Like, how are they going to enforce this? You know, like, I personally love roller coasters. Like, I enjoy the adrenaline and all of that. But, like, I like to, you know, express myself. It's not that I'm screaming as a fashion statement. It's like, no, I literally feel that I'm going to die. Japan is already lost, huh? My God. No, but seriously, it's like, how do they expect people not to scream? Is beyond me, but okay. Man, I need to find something that's not that controversial. Oh, okay. Here's some really interesting thing. Okay, this went on Fox News. So apparently, Seattle, the city of Seattle, used taxpayer money in order to promote this anti-racist. How should I call it? I think they call it a retreat, but it's really like an advisory board, right? How to get people to stop being racismus. And it was only for white people. Like if you're black, you weren't allowed to join. And apparently, like some of the things that you were taught, like if you want to be anti-racist, you need to give away your comfort. Okay, like fine. I'm going to buy a squeaky chair that's not comfortable, in order to fight racism. It's like the chair, whenever I move my butt cheeks a little bit, it squeaks. I'm going to turn off the AC. Like we can do that. But then I need to give up the guaranteed physical safety at times. Like what the fuck does this mean? Like do I need to go out and get punched? I think that's what it means. It's like physical safety. Who needs it? Isn't this like the main reason people have governments to protect them from harm? Control over other people and land. Isn't this like, are they going like full Jesus mode now? Like there are some radical passages in the Bible that even the priests don't mention. That Jesus says you need to give away everything you have. But like I think Jesus talks about it in a universal aspect, not just white people. Like everyone should do it. Everyone should sell all their belongings. Actually, there was like this cult. What were they called? I forgot the name of the cult. They had a crusade declared upon them because they were like really successful. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. But basically, like they wanted to emulate Jesus and live like Jesus, and they literally like sold almost every worldly possession that they had, and they would just travel around the land and the Cathars, yeah, and they would travel around the land and just help people out to build houses and shit, and they would convert more and more people, and eventually like the church declared a crusade against them. But yeah, now I guess you need to be like Jesus. Jesus was anti-racist. Relationships with other white people, you need to give them up. So I guess I give away relationship with your parents because they're white. My children, and give up accepting jobs and promotions. I wonder if the white mayor of Seattle is ever going to give away her job and promotion. Or like how many white people are there in the Democrat Party? You know what? You first lead by example. If they lead by example, I will follow. But until then, I'm a little bit skeptical. It seems like a trick. Seems like a little bit of a trap. Like the trap is sprung. Clunk. What is wrong with these people? Like, this is making me Christian again. Not Christian as in the fact that I believe in God or Jesus. No. Okay? It's making me Christian as in if I pay money to the Orthodox Church, the Orthodox Church will fuck with these people that are making this ideology. Like the church fucks with these people. So I think by supporting my local church, I am donating money. I'm giving away comfort. I'm giving away my wealth in order to fuck with these people. How about that? I'm convinced that Japan is a fictional place. Oh my god, like there are some very interesting roller coasters in Japan. Yeah, rules for thee, but not for me. Like that. That's the thing. Like from now on, I just don't care what people say. I just look at what people do. Like, how do you live your life? And then I emulate it. My favorite people that do that are actors and influencers, which talk about global warming. Global warming is a bad thing, right? Okay, perfect. Flying planes. Flying planes pollutes the ozone. Okay. And then, do you know what they do? They lecture, like the actors are lecturing you about global warming, and then they take a plane trip to a vacation spot or somewhere. And it's like, all right, well, I'm going to live my life based on how you live it. Like, if you fly a plane, I need to fly a plane too, right? Like, that's... So I guess, I'll emulate the actors. I will lecture other people about global warming while flying a plane into a vacation spot. Isn't that beautiful? Hmm? Oh, my God. By the way, speaking of gazebos, let me show you something about gazebo. This is a really cool game. I'm going to recommend the game for people. Like, if you have a big group of friends, which I don't, but if you do, you should play this game. It's called Munchkin. Kill the monsters, steal the treasure, stab your friend. And you have like this guy with orc begun chainsword. It's really fun. The game is all about trying to get your character to level 20 while other people try to prevent you from doing that. And you can have like alliances of convenience and all of that. But there is like this one card. No one can help you. You must face the gazebo alone. The gazebo is level 8. Basically, like, the way it works, it's a very simple game, by the way. Like, the cool thing about it is that if you have friends who aren't into board games or stuff like that, then it's very easy to get them into the game. So everyone starts like level 1, and then you have different cards which gives you different abilities or classes, and then you have to kick open the door to the dungeon, right? And when you kick open the door, you can get something like this. So you read the text of the card, and you need to raise your power level to the level of the monster or above in order to beat it. And you have like different items and abilities that either allow you to raise your power level, or you can use an ability to lower someone's power level. And if you can't beat the monster, you can get help from another player, and the player can ask for something in return. So they can ask, for example, for 2 treasures, or they can ask for something from your inventory for help. And if you beat the monster, you level up. If you lose, the bad stuff happens. So in this case, you lose 3 levels. It's a really fun game, honestly. It's something that you should play with your friends. Thank you, Jesse Jennings. And you need to have at least 3 people playing. You need to go back to the barber so he can touch up my temple haircut. Man, this is the best haircut ever. Was the cheapest as well. You know, I just wanted a haircut that go out because I wanted to beat the bank. Okay, so did you know? This is important. This is important. But apparently, I'm not making it up. Like, every time... Jesus fucking Christ. Every time I make a news, I need to say I'm not making it up because everything I say is absolutely ridiculous. So, apparently, the US president is selling t-shirts with an eagle on it. Okay? And Big Brain USA Today have jumped the shark and said, you know who else has an eagle? The Nazis have an eagle. And I was like, wow, no, oh my God. Obviously, a lot of people, that they got ratioed to high heaven, and a lot of people were making fun of them. And then they say, Trump 2020 has put a t-shirt with a symbol similar to the Nazi eagle and is being criticized for it is true. The eagle is a long time United States symbol too. Oh, I see. Oh, I fucking see. Oh, USA Today. USA Today. I love it. I really love it. It's like, oh yes, by the way, the eagle is also a symbol for the US. All right, let's see who else copied the Nazis. Let's see who else did it. So we got the Roman Empire. Look at these Nazis. And then we have like the symbol for, I think this might be the South Korean police. I might be wrong, or the Japanese police. I don't know which one, but it's like, is that... I mean, honestly, this is the news that I have to deal with. You know what? Like, even Romania, I think, has an eagle symbol. I need to check. I think we do actually. Wallachia. Let's see. Wallachia symbol. Yep. I mean, Jesus, this looks like a. What the fuck? This looks like a bird with Down syndrome. Holy shit. Like, look at this. Look, it looks like put this bird out of its misery. Oh my god. Oh, okay, no, this is like the actual emblem. I can't believe, like, if anyone had this, like, this inspires pity. You know, if I see a bird like this on the street, I ask for some euthanasia to put it out of its misery because it's suffering. Like, get it to stop suffering. Like, why are you a sick fuck? Just stop torturing the poor thing. But anyway, yeah, this is probably a Nazi symbol, isn't it? I wonder, like, do you realize people get paid for this shit? Do you realize that people, like, at some news organization, they get paid in order to come up with, like, random news? It's like, oh yes, what did Trump do today? Well, he's selling t-shirts with an eagle. Ah, I see. Who else has an eagle? The Nazis. It hurts your brain when you think about it, doesn't it? The raven. This isn't even a raven. You know, like, that's actually interesting. Like, no one has the raven as a symbol. The raven is actually a smart bird. Oh, no. I think there was, like, a coat of arms in Wallachia that had it. Yeah. There is a coat of arms. No, this is badass. Okay, so there is a coat of arms in Wallachia which had the raven. So it still looks like it has the tism. But it's fine. Oh my god. What's that black pigeon speaks? Man, like, let me show you something. Speaking about pigeons. I wonder, like, how much for a pigeon. And then I noticed that there are these things called exotic pigeons. Like, look at them. Like, you wouldn't even know that this is a pigeon. And if this thing walks up to me, I would think it's a fucking parrot. But apparently, they're also really large. Like, they grow almost as a pheasant. They're good eating, too. Speaking of, if I move to a new house, this is what I'm going to get. There's this pigeon, which is called the king pigeon. And it looks like this. Like, this is the king pigeon. And apparently it doesn't fly, it just walks around. Like, it just walks around like a chicken. It's really beautiful. And apparently it doesn't die from the winter. Like, it can survive Romanian winter, so. They're really adorable. Look at them. They just walk around. Very funny. I don't think they dance. A homeless peacock? It is a thick pigeon, yes. Very thick. You wouldn't even fathom how many breeds of pigeon are there. I don't, like, I'm not surprised. A lot of people grow pigeons for food. Like, apparently they used to have an entire industry of pigeon meat, so. Well, of course it's good eating. It's better than a chicken, you know? Why wouldn't I buy chicken? Like, everyone has chickens, man. I'm so tired of chickens. It is interesting, though. Like, the only thing that I liked with chickens was that when I was a kid, I remember my rooster was always going to the fence, and it was clocking at my neighbor's rooster. You know, like, the two roosters were trying to get to each other, and there was a fence in the middle, so they couldn't. And I thought they wanted to play with each other, right? Like, I thought that my rooster was to play with my neighbor's rooster. So I did the only sensible thing that a kid at that age could do. I helped my rooster over the fence. So My neighbor comes out, you know, screaming and angry, saying that I'm the devil child and I'm trying to kill its rooster. But let me put it this way, my rooster was winning, so there was that. Of course my rooster would win. Well, I'll tell you what. Like, after it finished playing with the neighbor's rooster, it probably wanted to play with the neighbor's hens as well. With the neighbor's chickens. But it didn't manage to get that far. I have a friend that has, I have a friend which breeds Bengal cats. So if you don't know what a Bengal cat is, it's a mixture between an Asian leopard cat and I think it's a British Shorthair or a house cat or something. It looks like this, right? It looks savage. And the males, they're pretty large. I mean, if you look at a male cat, it's kind of like this. You know, it's a big ass cat. And you can actually walk it with a leash. Like, it's really cool. And the guy had an entire Bengal cattery, and he was raising Bengals, right? And one of the males was getting really old, so he decides to allow it to go out and play and whatever. You need to understand, these things have claws that are this big. Like, if a Bengal cat wants to fuck you up, it will fuck you up, okay? So he allows the male cat to go out, and all the neighbors that were having cats and dogs were traumatized by that cat. Like, they went and tried to convince the guy to get the cat back indoors because it would BTFO all the other males in the area. And even now, if you go to that farm, you still see stray cats, and you can tell, yeah, it's got a little bit of a Bengal in its genetic makeup. Like, it BTFO'd all the other male cats. All the female cats became his bitches. The guy told me that even when the cat was one day before dying of old age and it didn't have any teeth in its mouth, it still BTFO'd another male cat just by using its claws. Like, thank you, Seth Bray. I appreciate that. It's not a wildcat, Billy Blogs. It's not a wildcat. It's a domestic cat. Like the way it's created, it uses the Asian leopard cat mixed with a house cat, and then the first generation gets mixed with a house cat again, and then the second generation gets mixed with a house cat again, and like the fourth generation is only available for public consumption. Yeah, but it's like other cats were cocks, yes. Like if you let a Bengal cat out, that's what happens. Not to mention it decimates the entire bird population in the area and everything around it. There was like this dog that I even remember, oh my god, like when I took my male Bengal cat outside, there was this woman with the dog, and I told the woman, it's like, because I was with my cat in a leash, and I told the woman to keep the dog away, like just keep it away, woman, right? Because I was just trying to get the cat to control it, and the woman goes like, no, it's friendly, and I tried to explain to the woman, bitch, I'm not worried about my cat, you don't understand. And the dog just, at one point, I can't know if she accidentally allowed the dog out of this leash or she just dropped it on purpose. But my cat just BTFO'd that dog in 2 seconds. Like, the dog was like, bah, 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 bah. It's just like, oh my god. And she was angry at me. It's like, what the fuck are you angry at me for? What did I do to you? It's like, please. But this is what happens when you try to... I just think it's like, oh look, it's so cute. It has a cat on a leash. No, seriously, like some people are just insane. Like they see the big 20-pound animal something. It's like just lit. Just, yeah, my Bengal BTF found the dog with facts and logic. Now you want this cat? It's a good cat, man. Like it's a really good cat. It's a very smart cat. The problem that you're going to face is that it's incredibly smart. Like my Bengal learned at one point how to open the faucet. Like it liked to drink water from the sink, and it watched me open the faucet so the Bengal would open the faucet. Well, the problem with it is that it would open the faucet but it wouldn't close it back, so I had to shut down the water from the pipe. It also liked to push the toilet button to see the water flush, so I had to close down the toilet so the Bengal doesn't see the water flush because it was costing me water. It learns how to open drawers. It's really difficult. It's a very smart cat, so they're not using their smarts in order to make you happy. They're using their smarts to learn how to fuck with you. Yeah. Oh, it's even like a friend of mine told me that their Bengal learned how to swipe at the phone. Like when someone was ringing, they learned how to swipe that thing, and like the phone would go on speaker mode, and you would not hear the phone ringing anymore. Have you checked Yellow Looks Red's bitch? I think I did, if you told me on Twitter. Did it fetch the ball? Yes, it does fetch the ball. Like my Bengal fetches the ball, no problem. I didn't even have to teach it. Like I taught other cats how to fetch the ball. But this one, it doesn't only fetch the ball, it even brings the ball to me when it's bored and wants me to play with it. The problem is it does that when I'm making videos. Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow? Yes, there will be Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow, unless someone cancels. Like, from my point of view, Dungeons and Dragons is every Wednesday. Yeah, I'm going to the bank tomorrow. I need to explain to the woman how I make money. It's like, you talk on the internet, yes, and people give you money. Yes. How does that work? Why do people give you money? Why do you guys give me money? Like, what should I tell the bank woman? Like, why do you guys give me money? I generally don't understand. Show me your cats. Didn't I do it? Huh? I have videos with my cats. The problem is the cat doesn't really stay. Fine, I'll give me a sec. I'll bring the cat on. Yeah. So this is the Bengal female. But she doesn't really like to be held. Like, she wants to be free. Like, if you hold her, it looks pissed off. Yeah. The cool thing about it is that it also has like really short hair. So it doesn't shed that much. Can you guys see it? Yeah, I interrupted the Neko. Let me ask her if it wants food. Vremen curry? Yeah, so I taught her, like, whenever I give her food, I say food in Romanian, which is mâncare. And if I ask her and she meows, she's actually hungry. If she's not hungry, she won't meow. So, vrei mâncare? Apparently, she's hungry because it's close to dinner time, actually. Mâh? Mâh? Vrei mâncare? It's time to go out, cat. The fuck out. Cat. Get the fuck out. The fuck out. There we go. Thank you, Kevin. And apparently Kubo says that one is a German and he's paying reparation for his eternal Nazi guilt. Well, yeah, I'll feed the cat after I finish this. If you feed it earlier, you interrupt its routine. I always feed it at 8 p.m. So. Jesus. No, I'm not feeding the cat right now. The cat can wait. Alright? Like, the cat still has 10 minutes of waiting. Actually, how long has this stream been going on for? Been going on for 36 minutes. Oh, the cat has a lot more to wait. Don't worry about it. She still has biscuits. She has biscuits, but she wants the wet food. And for the wet food, she has to wait a little bit. All right. What should we talk about? Oh yeah, this is interesting. Like, apparently, according to Cosmopolitan, this is how they used to do things 5 years ago. Like, this is their cover magazines 5 years ago. And this is their cover magazines now. I would really like to see their sales, though. Like, I would like to see how much money they're making. Because, you know, like, if I go into a shop, obviously I'm going to want to purchase this cover. Like, this is just so much beautiful and so much tsuyoi. Look at this. Do you have comparison anxiety? Wow. The male model and the nerd. Holy shit. Christine and the Queens. Show me the money. Trial by social media. Inside the world of cancel culture. Oh wow, like no, now I want to buy it. £2. £2 for this was cheaper actually. Like this was even cheaper, wasn't it? It was £1.50, if I remember correctly. Tell the bank people you are a cult leader and the money are just your sheep's contribution to the cause. I don't want to get investigated by the cops, man. Show me more of that sexy Romanian legs. Why do you like my legs for? I mean, you know, it's a manly legs. It's manly legs. What? Now I feel uncomfortable. Okay, let's outrage. Let's outrage people. So, there was an event which has transpired. Apparently, a young mother was shot for saying all lives matter. Yeah, it happened. 24-year-old mother was shot by the mob, so I don't know who did it, for saying all lives matter. And according to the victim's family, the shooting started with an argument over Black Lives Matter and language. Eventually, the two sides separated and walked away from each other until witness claimed the killer opened fire from a nearby bridge and ran away. All right. Now, I remember there was a similar incident where a couple of homeowners just pointed a gun. They didn't fire or anything. You know, just show the gun, and that was it. That was enough for the mainstream media to run 24/7 hour coverage, right? Did you hear about this before I told you about it? Cause it's I think it's 5 days old now. Like it's an old story. Like, have you heard about this? Let's see what it happened. Let me look. July the 11th. Okay, so actually July the 10th. It's been 4 days. It's been 4 days since it happened. Now, I want to point out that if you post this on Reddit, you get banned. Reddit is not allowing the story. Let me see if I can find the post. Alright, here we go. Look at this. The young mother shot by BLM for saying all lives matter should be national news. Okay? And there's various Reddit forums, not just this one, but there's various. And they don't allow it. Trolling or satire. How is this trolling or satire? Has been removed because it violates our rules. No trolling or satire. This is not appropriate subreddit to express your inner troll. Given that the primary goal of moderation is to declutter the page for easier browsing, repeat troll satire posts are a very fast way to get permanently banned. Again, the post was that this story should be national news. But apparently asking for it is trolling. And there's various other places where it's been banned, like Our Conservatives, and there's another subreddit, I think it's Our Justice or some shit like that, which now doesn't allow any type of news that is not favorable towards, I guess they call them minorities or whatever, protective groups or whatever language they use. Meanwhile, while this is happening, you have people cheering on Facebook, and most of them are white people. I just want to point out, like leftist people that are cheering this event on Facebook. Let me see if I can just grab the link, and I'll show you what I mean in a bit. Thank you for the Australian money, much appreciated. I will buy cat food to feed the cat. Just need to see if I have it saved, because honestly it was so disgusting. I didn't really feel like talking about it that much. I'll play you something in a bit as well. Ah, here we go. I found it. Let's get some leftist wisdom over here, right? Like, look at Karen is pointing out, I feel bad for her son being raised without a mother. I don't support violence in response to words, no matter how hateful and ignorant they are. Rest in peace. You know, a sensible thing to say. A sensible thing to say. But then we have Brian Matthew. Maybe she should have thought about her son before she opened her racist fucking mouth. Isn't that interesting? Wow. That is really interesting. Nice take there, Brian. Holy shit. The leftist compassion on full display. Do 1 hour special on the history of communism in Romania and really go into detail with pictures and stories. Parents fled communist Romania to come to the US. The thing is, like, every time I talk about it, not a lot of people are interested, so I try to, you know, use the algorithm and look at legitimately how many people watch a video to decide what topics to talk about. But I do have plenty of videos where I talk about the Romanian horrors during communism. And, you know, like, that's not the only post. Just so you don't know that I'm not cherry picking. Like, it's filled with them. And, you know, like, I mean, if that's how you feel, I'm not the person that thinks they should be censored or whatever. I think more people should see it. Look at this. You know, let me show you some more leftist compassion, okay? People are posting celebrations to this. You know, shouldn't have been throwing the N-word around. And this is a white person that's saying this. So I guess because she threw the N-word around, she deserves to get shot. I'm never going to get to hold her again. This is what the daughter said. I just want the people who are responsible to be held accountable. I got some bad news for you, Arlene. You are the one responsible for raising your daughter to hang out with her. Now, these people... this was the mother of the person that got shot. And it's like, I got some news for you, Arlene. You are the one responsible for raising your daughter to hang out with racists. But, you know, like, this is the ideological conclusion of what they're doing. Like, they are dehumanizing people. They genuinely believe that these people do not have a right. Here's the thing. Their power is being restrained right now to getting people fired. If these people were ever in the majority and get into government, how do you think they will legislate? How do you think they are going to treat society if they were to have absolute power? The only reason they just get people fired and they just try to ruin your life is because that's the extent of the power they have now. Meanwhile, let me show you what black people think. Because this might not also get into the mainstream media, but there's this black gentleman that points to some really interesting events. Just find the post really fast. Because my internet seems to be going kind of slow today. I think this might be the one. Give me a second. Chotomate. Okay, look at this. Why is it taking so long? All right.
What's up, Instagram? So I'm out here downtown Dallas trying to have a peaceful evening, and now we've got these fucking retards behind me. Look at this. What's up, Instagram? So I'm out here downtown Dallas trying to have a peaceful evening, and now we've got these fucking retards behind me. Look at this. Look at this. Majority white people in this crowd that want to feel good about themselves. Look at this. They want to feel good about themselves. So they're out here ruining an otherwise peaceful evening with their BS. Look at it. No, I'll show you. Look at this. Majority white people out here acting a fool.
Just look at the faces of the people that are just trying to enjoy an evening out at a restaurant. You know what pisses me off? Like, to me it's expensive to go out and eat at the restaurant, so, you know, you finally gather money and you go with your significant other out in order to enjoy a nice evening, and you have these twats appearing and ruining the day for you?
Because they want to feel like they're important. Look at this. Look at the racial makeup of this.
And that's absolutely right. Like, they want to feel that they're important. That's literally what they're doing it.
Think about what the purpose of this would be. Remember that Opal Tometi and Patrisse Cullors are the founders of this organization. And they are admitting on camera that they are trained Marxists. All they care about is anarchy and social unrest. Look at this. Look at this. Again, majority white crowd. Because they want to feel like they belong.
Man, these boobies are legendary. Like, look here. Hold on. These are some legendary titties.
Because they want
ooh la la.
to feel like they belong to something. This is the real problem that we have. And I was enjoying my evening until these people came out here and decided to act a fool. See? They're out here cursing. We've got, look at this. Look at this. We've got little kids right here, and they're cursing like it's no big deal. We got little kids right out here, and they're cursing like this is ridiculous.
No, seriously, like, look at this. The mother is trying to get the kids away because these people are cursing. So it's like, okay, well, I guess we have to leave early. Like, we can't enjoy our meal because these people didn't have a mother and a father to educate them that it's not okay to curse next to kids.
They're cursing like it's no big deal. We got little kids right out here, and they're cursing like this is ridiculous. They don't really care. They don't really care. All they want to do is come out here and act a fool. Look at them. Look at them. These are the same ones. These are the same ones who, if they were to get apprehended by the police, they'd be the first ones to come out here and scream like there's some kind of discrimination, because they're the ones out here who are fomenting this discord. They're fomenting this unrest. All they care about right now is creating a scene. That's why I want you to see this right now.
Yeah, but that's literally what they want. Like, they want to have a scene so the mainstream media catches on camera, you know, how the security guards or how anyone from that restaurant comes up and tells them to go away. That's literally what they're doing, and they want to feel important. That's literally it. They want to feel important. They want to be viewed as the victims and get their like 5 minutes of airtime. That's why they're doing it, and they're ruining the fun of everyone else. Like the people that paid their hard-earned money for a meal, now they can't enjoy it. You know, like you bring your kids over there and you have some twats cursing. And
This
look
is
at
the
this,
great-
right? Like you got this white lady, and there's 3 other black people trying to talk her down, and she's all angry and spiteful at them. But you know, like she's doing this for black people, by the way.
Of mental retardation. Look at it. That's the entire problem with this right now. Is they're out here right now trying to act a fool. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. See, here we go. Here we go. See, here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Here.
That's what they want. They want to record this, you know, and this is what's going to appear in the press. Like, this is what they want, you know, to be the front page news. It's like, yeah, BLM protester harassed by restaurant staff. Bah, 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 bah. That's what they want. That's really what they want. That's why they're doing this. And the mainstream media doesn't show the build up to it. Doesn't show how people were enjoying their meal with kids, and you have people cursing next to children. You have people, you know, sitting in a fountain and disturbing everyone at that restaurant. They don't show this.
Dude over here right now with his finger up in the air, thinking he's doing something. Look at this. I was trying to have.
And look here.
The fun time we were all having stopped because this majority white crowd could not let us have any peace on a Saturday night. That is the problem.
The reason they keep pointing out that it's a majority white crowd, because I don't give a fuck, you know, but it's the media that is constantly pushing identity politics, and they talking how this is a struggle of black people, and then time and time again, you know, you see these activists, like, at least, you know, when there's looting and rioting, at least I understand the person at some level. It's like, okay, well, he's making money out of it, like he's getting something out of it. But like, these people aren't suffering. They're not impoverished. They're university students, most of them. It's not like they're in a situation where you can kind of like, understanding it doesn't mean excusing it, you know, like, but at least you kind of understand it. It's like, okay, well, that's the only way that, or they're impoverished, so for them that seems like a good idea to make a quick buck. Like, I get it. I lived in a neighborhood. I kind of understand it. It's not excusable, but understanding it is something that you must if you want to tackle with that criminal element. But like, these people aren't impoverished. They're not suffering. They want to suffer so they can get their 5 minutes of fame on television. So disgusting, man. And he also talks at one point with another family. Like, he goes around and talks with the people there, and they're all agreeing with him.
Let's look at this. I don't know you, you don't know me, but we're out here right now. We are both out here at this restaurant just enjoying ourselves.
Totally.
And they ruined this evening, didn't they? We were all having a great time. And they ruined this.
The mainstream media would never show this.
What were they trying to accomplish? They walked past once, they walked past twice, then they came across over here and stood there until someone actually addressed them. and they act like they were being attacked at that point in time. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know what your name is, but
I'm trying to find my. Is this Jackson?
yes, it's the Jackson.
Jackson, okay.
But the other people, tell the
It ain't
people.
even us on that. It's the majority white people
It's
that
not.
came in disturbing the peace.
Exactly.
Now, we agree, Black Lives Matter. But it's a time and place for everything,
Thank
y'all.
you.
It's a time and place for everything.
Thank you. Absolutely. So, and if
Yeah. You're not going to get that in the media, you know. They will show you that. What? Did I get suspended on Twitter? I don't think I got suspended on Twitter. That would be news to me. No, I'm not suspended on Twitter. Believe it or not, I never got suspended on Twitter. I'm wondering if I ever got banned from social media. Like the only time I got banned from social media was when Discord told me that my server has some problems, but they didn't tell me what problems the server has. They were like, "Oh yeah, your server might have violation of our terms of service," and I'm like, "What on earth are you talking about?" They wouldn't tell me, so I just deleted the server. So no, I never got banned from a social media network before. Currently reading Active Measures by Thomas Reid. Oh, you should. Well, you're not following the right person, I guess. It's at not _ V. So, yeah. Anyway, I am at Parler. Yeah, it's 2 underscores, not 1. Now, here's the deal. I need to go feed the cat and then take the missus out for a walk. And after that, maybe we can play some video games. See, this is the thing. When I talk about politics, I get 520 people watching. But I have This Week in Stupid. Like, all of the things that I'm talking here are supposed to go into This Week in Stupid. So I don't have anything else to talk about in this segment. And also, you know, the fact that, as I mentioned before, my grandmother passed away doesn't really get me in the mood to have fun and laugh a lot. At least video gaming makes me disconnect from the harsh reality. But tomorrow, Dungeons and Dragons. Interesting, right? I hope you guys like it. It's every Wednesday. I will play God of War after I finish playing Detroit. Now, the game that I'm going to play next is a story-based game about robots rising up. Like androids being treated with disrespect. And I guess like the game tries really hard in order to make you care about the androids. But I don't care. It's like caring about a toaster. You know, or caring about a dildo. It's just a machine. It's a machine. It has no soul. And the game tries to persuade me that it does have a soul. So I just recently bought the game. And I'm going to play it. You guys can tell me if you're convinced or not. Yeah. So, you know, if you like it, then feel free to watch it. Remember that I also... Oh, by the way, did you guys see the Far Cry 6 trailer? I think it's really good. I need to make a reaction to that trailer. I'm actually hyped up for Far Cry 6. I mean, I'm pretty sure the gameplay is going to be very similar to the other gameplays of Far Cry, so nothing new there. But the story looks kind of cool. I mean, it has Gustavo Fring in it. So, yeah. You didn't care about Data on Star Trek The Next Generation. Data never moaned or backtalked. It was like he actually did what he was told to do. He never complained. He never said that he feels oppressed. He was programmed to do a job and he did it, so no. We are all machines when it comes down to it. How does our brain work differently than a computer? Well, here's the thing. We do not, like, okay, let's assume that you have the technology to actually create artificial life. Why would you allow that to happen? Like, it should be banned. Why would you create a species which is much better than a human, and it would compete with humans on resources. Like, why would you do that? Why? Because if you can actually create artificial life and you create it as slavery, it's morally wrong. So why would you even create it to begin with? Like, think about it. If you have androids that are smarter than humans, can be stronger than humans, never tire, like they can do all of these things, why would you create them? Like, they would legitimately replace humans in every single aspect. Instead of Picard, they should have redone The Next Generation, but with a social justice crew. Data always talks about his oppression and android identity. There's actually an episode in Star Trek Discovery where the hologram is feeling oppressed, and they're having like this entire thing. So yeah. But no, like, if you were to create androids that were legitimately intelligent and would be considered in all aspects to be alive, the project should have been terminated for ethical reasons. Like, you should not allow that to happen. Convince me otherwise. Like, I generally don't see a situation where, you know, you would get along with these people. The question is not if you want to do it. No one wants to do it, but what if it just happens? Well, it can't just happen. I mean, it needs to happen. Like, they plan for it. I can't see a situation where it just pops up. You know, it doesn't exist. No, I 100% think that it should be banned. I don't think like that technology. Like, I think like some technologies in areas of science should be banned. Like, for example, eugenics. You know, that is banned. So yes, I think like inventing through AI, if you will, should also be banned. To terminate a life would be to kill it. That's unethical. Well, yeah, you know, here's another question. Like, if you walk around and stumble on the power cord and accidentally shut the power and you close the machine, like, is that now a crime? I mean, it's a machine. You know, if you accidentally go with a magnet past an AI robot and you wipe out its memory, are you going to be arrested for that? You know, like, it leads to so much. You know, it's people like Kubusk that would be the problem if you think about it. See, it's the Germans at it again. Like, I would offer the correct solution for mankind because I'm a human supremacist, yeah? But Kubusk would be like, no, we need to give the toasters rights. And he would have like an entire moral philosophy that would cause other people defending the toasters up to the point where the toasters become so powerful they enslave mankind. So I think, yes, I don't think the danger is the actual AI. I think the danger are people like Kubusk that are suggesting we extend the idea of human rights to machines and robots. Yeah, that's the real problem here. So the villains aren't the machines in this. The villains are the people like Kubusk. You know, the machines are like AIDS, and you can get rid of AIDS quite easily. But no. The machines are like a virus, and you can get rid of the common cold easily. But Kubusk is AIDS, and if you have AIDS and the common cold, that's a problem. So I'm sorry, Kubusk, but my friend, like, you're in the way. You're in the way, like. The German is the problem because he wants to protect life. Well, no, you want to extend the idea of life to non-organic beings. That's the problem, Kubusk. Like, you want to give human rights to toasters. If a human becomes a machine, do the rights transcend to that switch? Well, yeah, now that's another problem, right? Like, what were to happen if you can transform actual humans to machines? I think that would actually be a different question, because at one point that thing would have been a human and it would have had a different understanding of the human condition than something that was never human, and it would be a lot easier for it to resent humanity. So a human transcending into a machine, it would definitely be different. But again, like you would end up with the problem that the people who are augmented would be able to have advantages over people who aren't augmented. So you would have a group of people that don't get the augmentation that can never get a job. They can never be employed. So unless you have like a universal basic income for them, or some way for them to be able to compete in society, you would create such big social problems that would lead to massive civil unrest. I think Deus Ex is a game that tries to explain the situation. Well, 1019 says, so what? The thing is, you're saying this now, but like, what if you are the person that doesn't get the augmentations? Like, if you can't get a job and everything you do is useless because people with augmentations do it better than you, you're not going to think this way anymore. It's you're basically like 2 meals away from going out to the street and starting to protest. People who refuse to use computers can't get a job now. That's not true. I mean, you can get a job in construction work. You can get a job as a driver. But yeah, I mean, not using computers is a minus. But you can't compare using computers, which is something you can learn and you can adapt, to competing with a company that just mass produces androids. Like they have an assembly line and they mass produce androids which can drive better, can cook better, can paint and sing poetry, and everything that a human can do, they can do it better. You're kind of fucked then, aren't you? Yeah, they achieved equality. Yeah, they would achieve equality. If you'd have like androids doing all the jobs, then human beings would be equally worthless, wouldn't it? It would be interesting though, like if you create an AI and you can customize it as you want, like it can get a pleasure, like a pleasure, quote unquote, by serving and helping humanity. So there you go, I finished Kubusk's problem. Anyway, gonna play Detroit, Life is Human, I think in maybe 1 hour or two. In the meantime, I'm going to feed the cat and then take my missus for a walk. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for watching.